Hey guys, Grumpy here with another episode of Silent Nights. So in the previous episode, we did find a relatively small patrol fleet to fight. It did have an afflictor in it. Unfortunately, it was 1v4, so we didn't win the fight. Mostly it's attributed to being overly aggressive with the first engagement. And because we were over aggressive, leaned in towards the wolf did a lot of damage. We had to retreat. It just took too long to fight that party, and eventually the patrol despawned. In this episode, right now, we got really lucky. We're back in Myasora, doing our farming strategy. I've just been hanging out near Port Say, watching the patrol fleets pop in and out. And we just got super lucky here. So here is a Tritachyon security flotilla. It has an afflictor and a vigilance in it. Right now it's next to the station, but we're going to stay very close to it, see which relay it goes to, and then ambush it in hyperspace. Or not in hyperspace, but ambush it near the relay. This should be a relatively easy fight. Let's not count our chickens before we hatch. But if we do win this fight, and let me check to see if I have story points. I do have story points. If we do win this fight, there's a good chance that we might be able to recover the afflictor. So let's see what we can get. Go ahead and speed up time here. Hopefully this flotilla, yes, breaks off, and they're heading to the relay so we can follow them there. We can go ahead and engage them. You guys don't see this, but behind the scenes, you can tell from the cycles. We've been waiting a long time to get lucky with a fleet like this, so let's not waste this opportunity. Alright, taking a look at the ship. Very nice construction here. We have 2 antimatter blasters and then 2 sabos. So it is lethal. We do have to be aware of that, but we should be able to outrange it and outplay it. So we'll see how that goes. Interestingly, it also has, I thought I saw phase anchor down here. It does not have phase anchor. The vigilance is more so a nuisance than anything. With those salamanders, we're probably going to have to take it off the battlefield first. The arbalest cannon, or the heavy autocannon, doesn't really affect us because it does kinetic damage. But we will probably have to burn down the vigilance first. Anyway, let's go ahead and begin combat and see if we get lucky on this afflictor recovery. We're going to move into engage. Our CR is at 85 this time. I did remember to repair first. Let's begin. So same thing, we're going to sit on the Reaper and pretty much just wait for an opportunity to burst down the ship. A little bit of a misplay right off the bat. When you phase, oh, interesting. When you phase, you do interrupt your arc emitter. So a little bit of a mistake there, but still should be just fine. We're gonna give the afflictor put him on the goose chase. We got the flame out. Every time the afflictor charges, we're pretty much just looking to go the other way. We're gonna fire off our Reaper. Yep. Yeah. We're really just looking to stay on the other side of the vigilance at all times. And now that it's just 1v1 with the afflictor, we're kind of playing chicken, hoping that the afflictor fires off its antimatter blasters, because 2 of those landing will be quite devastating. Alright, let's go ahead and read. Both antimatter blasters are disabled. Oh, both antimatter blasters are online. They're disabled. And we just have the upper hand here. Our special ability outclasses theirs. Nice. Antimatter blasters are on cooldown now, so we can basically be as aggressive as we want.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.
Whoa, okay. Yikes. We're gonna call an audible. Go ahead. Oh, yeah. We're gonna go ahead and head home and then just engage this 1v1. Eating both those antimatter blasters really did us no favors there. So let's go ahead and get out of here, repair, and then get back into the fight. Just being a little too aggressive. Alright, repaired, back for more, for a second round here. This time we're going to be a little more cognizant of our positioning and where the enemy is. Hopefully we don't eat two antimatter blasters. I really mistimed how quickly the antimatter blasters came back online. And for that we definitely paid a huge price. Hopefully 1v1 we can focus our attention on where it needs to be. I'll go ahead and back up here. I might be able to get lucky, and as soon as it comes out of phase space, I can probably smack it with a Reaper. There's a cooldown between when you can and cannot go in phase space. It's a very short window, but if we could get in a situation where like we could bait out antimatter blaster rounds, then we can just camp it. Good. Nice flame out. Just gotta be cognizant of those antimatter blasters now. Alright. One is online, the other one is off. But we can just keep it flamed out, that'd be perfect. Alright, didn't even need the Reapers. Would really like to see that considered ship recovery. We do have to pay a story point for it, but thank goodness we actually have some fleet growth. So we will very much so pay the story point costs for this. We'll recover it. And just like that, we add our second phase ship to our fleet. With this Afflictor, we're going to go ahead and migrate over to it. The Afflictor will become our phase ship, and we'll use the Shade now as an escort ship. Hey, I didn't even know we had an officer. Hello, Zeus. We'll take this, we'll give Zeus the Shade, and we'll do a little rearranging, refitting, but for right now, I'm just happy to have a partner in crime. Alright, good. So that concludes that. Next time I'll see you, I will refitting the ships. So, 1 second. Alright, so at the abandoned Stropolis, this is a free station where you can store weapons, ships, supplies, any consumables, or any commodities. You can store it here free of charge. You don't have to pay upkeep on it. There are 3 of these in the game. One near Salamanca, one near Jengala, I believe, and one here in Mayasora. So these are the weapons that we recovered from the first bounty that we fought. I'm using this station because it's pure, quote unquote. I don't have to worry about accidentally purchasing weapons from a black market. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and strip both of these. On the Afflictor, it's going to be a very simple build. It's going to be an antimatter blaster, ion cannon, that's fine. In our universals, we're going to take a Reaper, and we're going to take a salamander, or sorry, a hammer. And then for you, we'll give you a salamander, a light machine gun, and then for energy weapons, we actually don't have any, so it is what it is. I'm not really sure what we could do there. We could give ourselves a light machine gun and an antimatter blaster. The reason being is the light machine gun just serves to break down shields, and the Reaper and the antimatter blaster are what's going to secure those kills for us. We don't have a second energy weapon. I could give the Shade the ion cannon, but it's kind of pointless with the ion cannon having that arc emitter, which pretty much does what we need it to do anyway. We can remove expanded cargo holds. I have to do that in a dock. I can't do that here. But I think this is what we're going to roll with. Again, safety overrides and hardened subsystems. Same thing here, safety overrides and hardened subsystems already built in. Yeah, I think that's good. And we'll put the rest in capacitors. The reason you want to put it in capacitors for phase ships is due to the nerf. Due to the changes in 0.951, your top speed is based on how much flux capacity you have left. So if you increase your capacitors, it means you move at your top speed a little longer than you otherwise would. Alright, so heading over to what planet is this? Marioth. Heading over to Marioth, we do find someone willing to offer bounties. Just curious, out of curiosity, I decided to ask what 3 bounties were on offer. So the smallest and easiest bounty would be fighting a Mark II Buffalo, a Shepherd, and a Hound. This is an okay fight. We probably honestly should take this one. The medium difficulty fight would be against a Mule, Shepherd, a Hound, and 2 Kites. Again, this is a little better of a fight. And then finally, I asked, just out of curiosity again, what would be the most challenging fight? Here we have 2 Colossus, a Hammerhead, an Enforcer, a LP Brawler, and then a Gremlin, 2 LP Gremlins. I think we're going to take this bounty. This is a very challenging fight. This will be very difficult. However, with the Shade by my side and me piloting the Afflictor, I think we could get some really nice sneak attacks on this fleet and take down some of these bigger targets. So we're going to go ahead and accept this one. Alright, and we have 120 days to complete it. I'm going to end the episode here though. Thank you for watching. I'm really enjoying this series. Despite the grind, despite the long breaks in between combat, I'm really having a lot of fun. I'm super excited now that we have 2 ships in the fleet. It's not just double the strength, the growth is exponential. And when we secure those gremlins, if we do, the fleet's power will just grow even faster. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Other than that, Grumpy out. And now I'd like to give a very special thank you to our supporters at the Explorer tier, Randall Porter, Philip Kallenbach, and Mark. And at the Starfarer tier, Zoni, Wet Noodle, Kriltic, and our newest supporter, Wayfarer S tier. If you would like to support the channel, then becoming a member would be the best way to do so, but it is completely optional. I'll continue to run ad-free content on this channel,
But if you do choose to support, it would mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. Other than that, Grumpy out.